Hello, welcome back. I guess the best place to chill with friends and get your gaming goodness each and every Monday. My name's Dylan Blight. Joining me on the couch this week, Ashley Holden.
Hey, Dylan. Excited to be here. You can get this episode early if you pay $100.
$100?
Yeah, that's
Holy
what they're
shit.
going for, right?
I think people usually do, like, was it $5 early on Patreons?
Premium edition, $100.
Premium edition, fair enough.
You get some stickers
I just want to clarify for everyone.
at some point.
You can support the show at explosionnetwork.com/support, which takes you to our Ko-fi page.
I mean, this specific episode, so.
Yeah. Okay, this specific episode, but it's sort of
You could have got it for $100. But
okay, you can get next week's episode early for $100.
no, it was this week's episode.
Okay, but how would they have known?
No. You can attend our PAX recording of the podcast for $150.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
You want to be on the podcast?
$150.
$150.
If you want to be on the podcast, no. If you want to be on the podcast, it's like $300. But if you just want to attend, we can fit you in there. We can sell a seat or two.
I'll kick Ciaran and
Don't.
Ash out.
Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah. One-on-one interview
okay.
with Dylan
Dylan,
about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
$500. I'll see you, Ciaran Marchant.
Hi, hello.
What an intro! I didn't know. You said that.
I don't know. I was like, we're
I know.
talking.
No, we don't. We don't need more. Anyway,
I mean,
it's
already
off the
off the rails.
couch. It's all you this week nearly. Anyway, so
Oh, no.
most of this week obviously is about one thing and one thing only, which is the release and reviews of Starfield, which we'll be getting into in just a moment. And I say release with the asterisks of
Pre-release.
early access. Yeah, fart noises. Before we jump into
Buddy in that.
before we jump into thoughts, because Ciaran has been playing it fast, and he will have a review up eventually at some day. Ash,
Yes.
quality critics time.
Quality critic score. So Starfield got an 8.5 from 6 reviews. Generally, the critics agreed technical achievements, easily the most stable Bethesda game at launch. Everybody found their kind of own enjoyment in the game. Everyone, despite playing collectively over 100 hours, also they felt like they were just scratching the surface of what the game had to offer. So I think Jess Zammit from Player 2 said she put like 50 hours in, and yeah, barely scratching the surface. So, you know, good luck with that. But everyone also mentioned the trademark close-up camera during the NPC conversations, returning the exploration, you not being able to really fly the spaceship all over the place. There's a lot of fast travel and stuff, which is brought up. And what was the other thing? A lot of sameness among the non-curated planets was another sticking point for a lot of people. So, yeah,
8.5 quality
8.5.
critic score.
This was it was at the average was 8.75.
Okay.
But I marked it down because it's an Xbox exclusive. No, that wasn't the tiebreaker. That wasn't the tiebreaker.
I was going to joke.
I'm so disappointed we don't do this as a video anymore.
No. Player 2 only gave it an A instead of an A+. That was the difference. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, good. Yeah, maybe they should
You
get
had
on
to
a
find a
real
way.
fucking
You had to
scoring
find
system.
some
Yeah.
way to bring it down.
I mean, on our
find
scale, an
somewhere.
A and a plus is both 10 points. But
we,
you know.
we do have some stupid spreadsheet set up
Yeah.
that magically does this also. I don't know.
But it was like right in between the two. Normally, I just round it whichever way is right.
Yeah, apart from his Xbox. It's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You're not on PlayStation, you know. What?
It's totally fair. All right, so before we get into Ciaran's thoughts, just so we can get all of the jokes and any jokes from Ash out of the way, so he can just talk about the game. Do we want to talk about the 5-day early access thing?
I don't have a problem with it. You know, if they want to release a game 5 days early and people want to pay for it, I'm fine with it.
I say, all right, I will say I have a somewhat of a, not a problem with it, but if you were to Google...
Let's just clarify something quickly.
You know why you would have a
I've
problem
got a
with it?
review
Because you are literally the most susceptible person to the practice.
Kieran's got a review code, but
No.
he probably would have brought it
No,
anyway.
Yes.
so okay.
Yeah.
I've got a review code on Steam. No. So my problem comes, I didn't know it was you had to pay for the early access until Buddy tweeted about it on like Wednesday or Thursday this week, where Buddy complained about it. And
It's weird, like the night before or whatever.
yeah, the night before it. And so I if you Google what is the release date for Starfield, everywhere just says the release date is the 1st of September. If they had said that the release date was the 5th or the 6th of September and the pre-release was the 1st, I would not
You
have a
Google
problem,
Starfield release date, it says 6th of September.
right? Every time I've done it, it has said the 1st. Okay, it says the 6th now, but I didn't know. It's the only way because I looked it up a couple times.
When I
throughout the
kept
week.
searching with Starfield release date, 1st of September. It kept coming up 1st of September.
1st September, no. But no, this is the thing. All right? So, and I was very, like, if I hadn't got a review code, I probably would have caved and just went, fuck it.
Not probably. You would have just craved.
I would
Absolutely.
have just caved and got like the
You would
$52 for it. I don't think it's a problem. If you're going to get that money, get that bread. Bethesda have always had, I think this is maybe the happy middle ground for Bethesda, where Bethesda maybe have had some internal issues with the Xbox deal and some of the stuff around exclusivity. We know that they had problems with wanting to remain on Sony and their view of kind of other developers being allowed to remain on PlayStation when they couldn't. So I think this was maybe a middle ground for them to give them that opportunity. But you know what? Once again, the thing is for Steam, where majority of these people are playing, this doesn't like the early accessing actually doesn't make a difference because
No, I'm on Steam right now. I can't find it on the homepage. I would literally have to search for Starfield to actually find the game.
But it's still in terms of what I mean.
I mean, even searching for Starfield, nothing comes up. That's weird.
That's weird. Yes,
Have
it
you
does.
muted
Searching
Starfield?
for Starfield comes up.
You sure you haven't muted it or some shit on your fucking Steam?
Maybe I've muted it for some reason.
Maybe they blocked you.
Maybe
Makes
because
sense.
if you search it, it comes up as like the first
It's
option.
on the fucking top.
Oh no,
sellers
it's
on
excluded.
my
It
list.
is excluded for something.
What's
Oh
it
my
excluded
God.
for?
Nudity or sexual content.
Oh my god!
Can you turn
actually.
your fucking filters off?
I turned that off because in the queue. It's going so terrible. It's all the shitty like
the hentai
anime
games and stuff?
weeb games. You know those ones? Yeah. Like,
Nah,
I'm sick
right.
of seeing these. Like,
I think you could just ban the genre. I think you can just ban the tag or something on Steam. But
that was the most common
So-
tag.
that's the thing for me. I guess in terms of Game Pass, it sucks because Game Pass, you're going to, if you want to play the game early, you're going to have to spend $60. Fuck. If I was a Steam player and I was going to buy the game anyway and have to buy the game full price anyway, I probably would have said fuck it and bought the edition that
You would have spent the extra $50.
I would have spent the extra $50 anyway just to get the early access. I think it's frustrating from a Game Pass point of view. From a Steam point of view, I don't think it's that much of a difference. It's it's still doing crazy.
So to
numbers.
clarify, you had to buy the $170 version of the game on Steam to get it.
Yes, yeah.
Sure.
Just
Early
so people
access,
know
you
how-
guaranteed the story expansion. You get skin pack and digital soundtrack and art book. So I mean,
And you are, it is already doing fucking insane numbers on Steam with that, with people buying it early.
with that
It's
caveat,
with that caveat, like without the main floodgates being open, it's already going fucking bonkers on Steam. So this game is already set to be massive across the board, like across both Steam and Xbox. And maybe what some people were hoping for the continued downfall of Game Pass and Xbox was that this game was going to be shit and that Starfield was going to be another Bethesda fucking hiccup. This game is not that. This game is awesome.
I mean, just to get so we don't spend ages
Mhm.
talking on this. I think early access things are dumb. But just so we don't like pick on Starfield with this, Microsoft does do this for a lot of games, like including like Forza Horizon games and stuff like that. They quite often do these 5-day early access periods. So I don't want to say it's a case of, hey,
It's also-
Starfield's the biggest game of of the year. Like let's double down on the money we can get for this. Xbox does do this quite often for their big releases. I still think it's dumb. Like is my
It's
like,
also
just-
dumb to call it early access when early access already describes another type of.
Yeah, that's
release.
the thing. That's not. It's like is it. So is this non-complete version? No, it just means you get early access. I'm like, I understand in the English.
It was ready
language what
5
you're
days
saying,
ago.
but-
Now you can play it.
Yeah. But otherwise, now let's get all that out of the way because let's go. Anyway. Ciaran, you've been playing Starfield. How many hours are you in? How's your journey into Bethesda's new IP, their first new IP in like nearly 20 years?
29 years is what I just read.
29 years. So I'm 12 hours in. It
hasn't gotten good yet.
No. It's gotten. The thing is, right? No. This is the thing. A caveat of my because of my looking at people's reviews and looking at people's video content and reading about this. This game is going to be a totally different fucking experience for everybody. Just for everybody that plays it, you're just going to flat out have a different experience because anybody who like these people complaining that it's got a slow start. For me personally, I went, what the fuck do you mean it's got a slow start? What is it? How is this a slow start? Like this game is so full of things to do and side quests and morsels of intrigue to go and do that'll just take you off on a random path for several hours at a time. I had in my character creation made it that my character was a bit of, I'm playing as probably a good portion of the fan base is. I'm playing as that charismatic Han Solo type, where I am fucking, grew up on the criminal underworld of one city. And just because I picked that background path, there was a section very early in the game where I was doing a side quest and I got caught for I got caught doing something wrong. And the security people, like the main military force in the universe, were like, hey, we're immediately taking you to this vessel. You've been summoned there. I was like, what the fuck? All I did was like a very small thing. And it whisked me into this whole side quest where it was like, hey, you are either going to accept a very long jail sentence or you can help us be a mole on the inside of a terrible mercenary group and you can work for us and do a lot of a side quest about that. And I got immediately pulled in this. This is off the beaten track. This is all side quest stuff that I'm doing that has just been constant. Like, fuck, walking through the main city, I'm constantly getting activities that pop up, be like, hey, go talk to this person, or this person wants you to do a job application, or this person, you've heard about this thing, or this thing. You fly out into the amount of times I've like been galaxy hopping to get places, and as I'm like grav jumping to leave a place I've just jumped to get to the next system, a little pop-up's come up saying, hey, this person's trying to flag you down to talk to you, or there is a distress call. My quest log is so full at the moment of things to do, of just random quests to go and do. I think in terms of the content and in terms of the game itself, it's in a very different way. I think it's like it feels as expansive in many ways as Baldur's Gate 3 does in terms of what you as the player can go and do and what things the game interests you. If you have no fucking interest in ever dealing with the outpost system, or you don't have an interest in dealing with like building ships and stuff, you never have to even look at that stuff. You never have to spec into it. You never have to build it. You can just go and play the game however you want. So I think everybody's experience with this game is just going to be completely different. Now, people saying that the people are saying that how 50 hours in they've barely scratched the surface. From in non-spoilers, because I don't even understand this or know this, all I've heard is that the new game plus to this game is written into the story, and it's like that's where the actual game seems to start. Is that a lot of people are saying play
as
through
Pete
the game.
Hines said, 120 hours in, that's when the game gets good.
Yeah, like it's new game plus for story reasons and in universe reasons. Lots changes, and the game continues to change and evolve. There is, this game isn't perfect. It very much deserves like an 8.5 to a 9. This game very much has the hallmarks of like 2015 Bethesda all over it. The amount of menuing you have to do is insane. The amount of time of the 12 hours I've played so far, there is obviously a good portion of every hour I've played is probably me fucking around with inventory space of either not just my inventory space, but also my ship's inventory space, and trying to work out what I need to sell. There is a lot of messing around with that. It's not the most straightforward thing to jump between systems when you first learning. The game doesn't teach you very much. It doesn't teach you things like unless you, I guess, if you play through just the main story, you'll probably learn lots more very quickly. But I think I jumped off the main story after like 3-4 missions into it because I was like, oh, I've been sidetracked into 20 other things. And there's a lot of things it just doesn't teach you. There are some aspects of the game that is just locked behind skill trees. Like you get given a jetpack or a booster pack very early in the game, but you can't use the booster packs until you skill into it in the skill trees. I think the skill trees are very interesting though. They get a lot of variety, and every skill point can be leveled multiple times to get into it. Like to max it out and to make it even better. But there's challenges that block you off doing that each time. You have to do the challenge first. I think my biggest, like, this is not even my biggest, the thing that I just need them to change. They just need to change their walking speed of their NPCs, because this game has a decent amount of classic Bethesda quest lines where you have to follow an NPC somewhere, and NPCs are really fucking slow. But they're not like slow enough where I don't know, like you can't run ahead of them because eventually they'll just stop if you get too far ahead of you. It's like you have to like kind of walk for a couple of steps, stop, walk for a couple of steps, stop, walk for a couple of steps, stop. It is frustrating and a little bit janky to play. I think there is so much ammo types and so many ammo types in the game that it can be frustrating, because I find myself running out of ammo. Even though I've got bunches of ammo on me, I'm running out of ammo for the guns I like fairly regularly. The game's map system is semi-terrible and semi-useless in terms of going to a major city. You kind of have to learn where things are yourself and just remember that. And as soon as you have found somewhere that sells your ammo, that's probably the place you're going to be going to whenever you have spare time. Whenever you need to, you're just going to end up going to the same place every time, just because you know it's there and it's easy to get to. The spaceship stuff, for me, I haven't had a major problem with it. I don't mind that to land on a planet, you have to kind of go through a fast travel menu, because it doesn't bother me that much. I guess it's not something I've wanted to or needed to have that.
Because I know when Ash was talking about the complaints before, I saw your face like get a bit confused. The main complaint people have been having is when you're in the little outside the planet, you can like fly around, but you can never like get closer to the planet. You can't like go further than the planet. Like you're just sort in this like you're just in this like nothing area. Like that's the complaint.
No. I get you. Which I guess for me, I don't mind. It takes a little bit to get your head around. I know there was definitely maybe a 15-minute period yesterday where I was trying to fly to somewhere that was showing me on the fucking space map. Like when you're outside, there was a dot in space I could fly to. And then it took me a while to realize, no, I actually have to just go into my menu and jump to it to get there. I think, to me, I'm just having a blast with it. I'm having so much fun with it overall. I think the stories have been really interesting so far. The range of kind of different ways you can approach it. I like the persuasion system. It's gone back to the Oblivion persuasion system, where you have to kind of work your way through a conversation to try and get like where you want to like kind of achieve the persuasion. It's not just an instant click the button and you've done it. My favorite lockpicking mini game of all time is in this game. I think it's so fucking good. It is such a good lockpicking system where you have to kind of line up different keys with different holes and try and work out the puzzle of which keys to use for each holes. And it means the only thing I need to work out is how to either make more of the digipicks or just find somewhere that will sell me a heap, because I always seem to be running out of them. I think this game's super fucking special. I think this game is great. I don't think it touches Baldur's Gate in terms of how special Baldur's Gate is. I think, in my personal opinion, Baldur's Gate 3 is in a league of its own for this year. But Starfield, I think, is everything. I guess this is my problem with it when I look at it from an Xbox exclusive or an Xbox title thing. I would never want to play this game on an Xbox. I'd never want to play this game with a controller. I don't. There's a lot of menuing, and there just seems to be a lot where I'm like, this is just the perfect part of PC gaming for me. I just think it works so well as a PC game, where it's like, wow, okay, but this is an Xbox title, I guess you want this to be, and this is where it clashes, and not clashes, but it kind of shows the problem with Xbox's own view of gaming at the moment is, you could play this anywhere. Part of me is looking at my Xbox Series X and go, why do I even have you? Is my honest opinion of the Series X is why are you here? Because everything like why do I own you? Because I don't see myself playing an Xbox title.
Why do you own an Xbox Series
I
X?
don't know anymore. I
can tell you why. Same reason you own a lot of things.
Oh, you would be shit. Sure, but the thing was, at the time, I think when it originally was released, I didn't feel this way. I feel like since Xbox's view,
you played an entire game on there? Oh no, do you reckon? An entire game? No.
I don't think so. No, I don't even know the last thing I've properly played on there.
Do you ever But the thing is, in your room, even you're coming off COVID, would you have not preferred to have sat on your couch and been playing this with a controller instead of sitting in your chair?
No. Because sometimes I like this, especially with this game, there is sometimes I'm running through a planet and I'll just chuck a YouTube video up on my other screen. And I'll just have that playing and listening to a podcast or something while I'm doing it. I just think as a PC gamer, I'm comfortable at my PC with it. Sure, and this is probably where I'll give it to Sony and PlayStation exclusives. If I had the option of playing PlayStation exclusives on PC or on PlayStation at the same time, I think I'd still choose PlayStation every time. Because, Spider-Man 2, I'm looking forward to chilling on my couch and playing Spider-Man 2 when it comes out. And I think that is the problem with Xbox. And maybe it's the style of game that Xbox has released. Maybe Hellblade 2 comes along and I'll probably play Hellblade 2 on my couch. I wouldn't want to play Hellblade 2 here. I don't know. I think it's just, maybe it's the style of games Xbox is releasing at the moment that is driving me just be like, well, I'm just playing them all on my PC. So why is it? Maybe it's because it is first person shooters and stuff like that, where I'm like, oh, these games for me personally are just better with a mouse and keyboard. So maybe my viewpoint on that will change as we go forward and as we move forward. Just having that overall, but yeah.
So what is exciting about this game other than it just being a Bethesda open world RPG with lots to do? What am I getting excited about?
I just think it's that same for me. It is that same.
But if you don't like that,
if you don't like that, then I don't know. Then I think it's right. If you don't like Bethesda games, don't play this game. I think if your first thing is I don't like Bethesda games, this is not a game for you. You're not going to get anything new out of this. Because
all right, let me chuck another category in there. How about I liked Bethesda games, but feel like this just looks like this is their same sort of, now what I would consider stale formula, sort of run a bit dry.
But it depends on what
I really like Fallout, really like Skyrim.
What about but why do you like those games? I guess when you're making it that, why do you like those games?
At the time, I guess it would be the world, the exploration, the characters, that sort of stuff. But like at the moment, from everything I've seen for Starfield, I've seen not like especially a big turn-off point for me is the non-curated world, like the
thing is, right,
randomized missions, world planets. Yeah,
the thing is,
I know they're not all.
No. But the thing is, you just don't have to do that. You just flat out you don't have to do that. I've done it because I've picked up missions and picked up little plot points for it. But if you do missions where it's like, if you just stick to doing story missions and doing side missions, and you're not randomly landing on a random planet for no fucking reason to survey it, you just never have to do that. Like, because anything that you get a mission for is just going to be curated then. So you just have to stick to quest lines. You just avoid doing outposts. Like, don't be like, I'm going to go to a random planet and build an outpost like in Fallout 4. Or don't be like, oh, I'm going to go and survey every planet and collect a bunch of minerals. You don't have to do those things. Just don't. I think that's kind of the beauty of this game, is that, like, much like Baldur's Gate, you make this game what you want this game to be. If you don't want it to be if you don't want it to be that very simmy, very fucking flying to every individual planet, surveying it, so think about that side of it, the surveying it and exploring planets, the same as like Mass Effect 1, where you just didn't have to do that. You could just stop at a planet, hit the survey button, and then
you kind of needed to a degree. That was the
you needed to farm stuff, but at the same time, you need to farm stuff, I guess. But like okay, this is like that, but you don't need to. You can just find not even other ways to get it. You could just ignore that stuff and keep playing the game.
Why did
What if there's stuff there?
I think that's a central point from what I've been playing. I think that is a central point of this game. It's
like we said, they eradicated all the aliens
because there are alien eggs and stuff, but also there are non-sentient
explore
aliens.
The galaxy in this our game. It's only fucking full of humans. I'm like, oh fuck.
But I don't.
This real world, but there's no life down there.
I don't know. For me personally, that isn't a problem. I'm not like here being like, oh, I really like. If I wanted that, I just go play fucking Mass Effect, because I think Mass Effect already has done that so fucking amazingly well. But there is still that people in this world are still referring to themselves differently. Like, it isn't, people don't look at themselves. Like, we are at the point of human fucking expansion and exploration where people no longer just look at themselves as humans. People look at themselves as New Atlanteans, as Martians, as like they are from their planets. They're just humans. Like, it's just, I don't know. To me, it just hasn't been a problem and isn't a problem. And I understand if that is not as enjoyable for you as, especially coming off like loving Star Wars and stuff like that. But I think it doesn't rob elements of the games that would still be there. It's just they look like humans.
All right, Ash, how are you been feeling, and the reaction and everything? You still excited to play this one, or like?
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping to check it out when it releases on Game Pass fully on September 6th. Just because everybody seems to have very differing opinions, and I'm intrigued at the very least to like jump in and see what that first few hours is like. What about you? No interest at all? Fuck this game.
I had mild interest. I feel like in another world I would jump in. It's just like I've got a bunch of other stuff at the moment that I would like to play way more than Starfield, to be honest. Like,
I still think you need to. I still think you need to. I still think you need to give this some sort of priority in gaming.
Why? And why does this game deserve a priority?
Because
what's so special about this game? What's this game done for me lately?
It's not about what the game's done for you. I just think I I think it's another one of our conversations. Maybe it's not an on-air conversation, but it's like one of our conversations of if you didn't have Explosion Network, then fuck it, just ignore it and don't play it. But because you have Explosion Network, I think it is valuable for
because
you
we're in
to
games
play
media. You
it.
feel we have to feel an obligation to play this game.
Yeah,
you're telling me this game. So what you're saying is this game is like game of the year contention.
Well, it'll be among the nominees. It'll be in our top 10 lists.
You're saying it'll be in our top 10 list. That means
Yes.
Ash likes it as much as you.
Yes, I think it'll be in our top 10 lists. 100%. Yes.
Or Jacob and Will.
Yeah, I think
it'll be in my top 10 list.
I think if you gave it,
you hate Xbox.
I hate games.
you hate it. But this is the thing. I think if you gave it like a proper like, I don't say a proper go, but if you like,
you hate games made by multiple people.
That's the thing.
That is
is there more than 10 people on this team?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
How many hours do I need to give this thing for a proper go? What's a proper go of Starfield?
I've seen someone say you need to give it 24 hours.
I'm done. I can't.
No. I don't even think. Just give it 10 hours, like at minimum.
Give it an afternoon. Give it a solid afternoon.
Give it give it a good track, right? Give it multiple play sessions throughout a week.
Crack.
Give it multiple play sessions throughout a week, and I would let it slide. But like,
I would say you should play this game at least as much as you played Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, 100%, right? You hated that game with a passion, and you finished it.
The game is bad. It is so bad. It's fucking overrated. I cannot believe how overrated that game
is. And yet you played it all. So I feel like you
yeah, because I really wanted to justify my point that game is bad.
Or maybe you'll want to justify your point here.
I'm not trying to justify. I'm not trying to get on a high horse and hate every game.
So that's why I think you should. Are you
going to play Pikmin? Are you going to play Pikmin 4?
No.
Then what the fuck?
I'm not you. I'm not the central person. I'm not you.
Starfield is more important than Pikmin 4.
I think Starfield is a lot more important than Pikmin 4.
Because this is the game that Xbox fans have been pinning their hopes on will justify their commitment to this.
And
franchise,
it's coming. It's actually
console.
coming through. It's actually like
depends on who you ask.
But I think that's
if you're IGN.
Well, fuck. I think I think it is an important game within our calendar year.
No, I'm just fucking with it. I'm going to play the game. Am I going to play the game for 24 hours? That's probably not going to happen. Will I play the game? I'll play the game.
I don't want to see it though, because I swear at some point last year you said I will play Elden Ring, and it is still to this day in its plastic wrapper in your room.
That was your fault. You made it to such a meme that I really could not break the narrative.
Fuck off!
You could have just bought a secondhand copy.
Yeah, you could have just bought another copy of it. Claimed it on tax as part of a bit for Explosion Network.
I don't know how. Why is this a bit? Why are you writing this off? It was a bit.
It was exactly. It's content for your media business. It works. We talked about it for this many episodes, so.
Fair enough. I'll play the game.
Yeah,
I'll play the game.
Hey, Ciaran.
Why do I just not have faith in you? Yeah, sorry, go for it, Ashley.
Ciaran, you fuck one of your companions yet?
No, I've not fucked one of my companions. Literally, this is the thing, right? 12 hours in, I've only just got to the
shitty
point.
RPG then.
I've only just got to the point where people are like, hey, I'll join you. Like, I'll join you and I'll come hang out. Like, that's only just in like the last like couple hours of me playing have people been like, hey, I'll come hang out. I've had like one main story companion, but like random people I'm meeting now being like, hey, I'll jump on your ship and join you. That's only just happening for me.
All right, let's talk about a little bit of video game news because there's been some other stuff that's happened this week. Firstly, I'm going to put Ash on the spot. Can you run me through the first 2 news stories this week, Ash? Because you wrote the news pieces for them.
I did. So, PAX. Is that the order? Yes, PAX is less than a month away.
PAX!
Or just over a month away, I guess. Like literally just over a month away. That's crazy. And they've just confirmed that the Storytime speaker for this year's PAX Australia will be voiceover artist and actor Erika Ishii. Of course, people would probably know that she voices Valkyrie in Apex Legends, Anna Bray and Kritis in Destiny, Lumu in Halo Infinite, Kitsune in Call of Duty Warzone, and Hermes in Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Also appeared in a bunch of tabletop role-playing game shows like Dimension 20 and Critical Role. She's also co-created the Narrative Play podcast, Worlds Beyond Numbers, Beyond Number. She also was a host on Geek and Sundry for a long period of time. So yeah, she seems like a good fit, like has history in both tabletop and video game worlds. So yeah, she'll be the Storytime speaker this year.
Yeah, really cool. I'm keen for this. Erika fan, obviously. Apex, and most recently in what the fuck?
Wait, you like Apex?
Yeah, never heard of it. Stray Gods and all that sort of stuff. Lots of work in the. I've never watched Dimensions or anything like that, but I've seen her pop up on a bunch of other like hosting work and stuff throughout the thing. Even a couple weeks ago when I talked about on Future Game Show, obviously, she was host of that as well.
Yeah.
By the way, I think it's Erika Ishii. I think it's
Ishii.
Like, yeah, double Ishii. I. Yeah. Very cool. Does a lot of work for Outspoken, sort of in
LGBTQ space.
Yeah, like Outspoken against like transphobia and like sort of gender fluid and whatever else, like sort of stuff like that. So it's a good good.
She's very public with her like her dealing with her own ADHD and stuff like that. And,
I think I'd also talk about like how open she could, like when she first came into the industry, like how open she wanted to be of a lot of these different parts of her, and like now how like she's at a place where she, talk a bit more about it. So, yeah, it's cool. I think it's a good pick. We barely ever. I don't think we've ever actually made a story time, but
I have.
This will be the.
I remember going to the Bernie Burns.
Did you? I've never made a story time.
Went to the Bernie one, and there was another one I've been to another one that was like. I don't think it was Troy, but Troy Baker. I think it was somebody who was 2019.
So I've listed like the last 5. So obviously Shuhei last year, David Gator the year in 2019, Rihanna Pratchett, writer of Tomb Raider, Bernie Burns, and Larry Major Nelson.
There you go.
Yes, yeah.
So the last 5, yeah.
Cool. A lot of white dudes there.
A lot of game devs, I think, was the other, a bit of a mix. So,
yeah,
coming in for this story time from a different point of view.
Yeah, cool. I'm keen.
Yes. Also confirmed, obviously, David Gator is going to be there with Summerfall Studios. They're going to be showcasing Stray Gods a little bit more, probably talking about behind the scenes and how the game came together. Interestingly, Devolver Digital has confirmed that there'll be an exclusive first look showcase at Plucky Squire, which we can all be very excited for. That doesn't exactly say hands-on, which...
Fucking better be.
It better be, yeah.
Know who I am.
Then, yeah. Other guests include Ben Prendergast, Jenny Yokobori, musical ensemble The Consoles, who did Advanced Wars 1+2 Recamp, the music for that.
Camp, yeah.
The Dark Room is coming back with John Robertson. Back Pocket is getting their own...
They're doing a live show.
Panel. Doing a live show. We haven't been asked. Games Master Robert Hartley will be there, and the TOS girls will be at the show, unsurprisingly.
Yes.
Is it TOS or TOS?
I think it's TOS.
TOS.
Right?
TOS.
Yeah.
Yes. They're not TOSs. They're TOS.
No.
Yeah.
It's TOS, like terms of service, right?
Their streams aren't just them tossing girls.
No.
Out windows, out of doors. Is that the content? I don't know. I don't keep up with the Twitch meta.
Just so you know, in English slang, toss means something completely different, Ashley Hobley. So your sentences mean very different things.
The way you reacted, I can guess what it meant.
Oh boy.
Oh, now you'll say that.
That shit is
This
tier.
podcast is M-rated, not MA.
It is. Holy shit.
That's cool. What else is happening that
getting
week,
in
Ash?
there. It's a month away. Fuck.
It is. It's really close. The Australian Game Developer Awards are also that week as part of the Melbourne International Games Week. And they just announced the finalists for this year's awards. Of course, the big one being a Game of the Year, which features Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, up against Moving Out 2, against Gubbins, and Vactix. Interesting collection of games. So that will be held on October 4th. It's being hosted this year by Gemma Driscoll from Good Games Spawn Point and Harry Yun from ABC Gamers Loot Drop. You can still buy tickets, apparently, or you can watch live on the RGA's Twitch stream. But yeah, lots of interesting games there. You can check out my article. I've got a bunch of links to different places you can buy them or have a look at them.
Yeah, Gubbins up for a bunch of fucking awards.
Gubbins, hopefully, if they win, it finally comes to Android.
Oh shit! I forgot you've never played Gubbins.
No,
fucking
it's still only in Australia and New Zealand at the moment, so it's still very select.
Damn.
But also Vactix, very interested in. Never heard of it before.
Going to be completely honest,
he's also up for a bunch of categories. Yeah,
I'll own up as well. I'd never heard of this Vactix game until the nominations of the day, and now I want to check it out ahead of because everything else in this, most of the heavy hitters, apart from a couple random things like obviously what's the fucking My Little Pony, whatever that is. My Little Pony's nominated a couple times here for mobile games. So I'm like, I don't need to.
My Little Pony main merge.
There you go. I don't need to play that. Brisbane. But this Vactix game that pops up a few times, and I'm like, I've never even heard of this, so I need to play this. Yeah. So congrats to all the nominees there. I'm keen. It's usually a good show. Watch it.
You thinking about going this year?
I'm trying to go this year. Well, look, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm trying to get in for free. It's like, completely honest.
You sure you're going to be in Melbourne on the Wednesday?
Yeah, I will be. So that's why I'm trying to get in. Yeah, I've already booked my hotel.
You're going to storm the stage.
Maybe.
Joe Biden wants to play the photo 6.
Elbow wants GTA 6.
How does it keep happening? How?
Celeste was Game of the Year.
It's not even Australian.
I know Stray Gods should have. You deserve the winner. I'll let you speak in a minute. Some of Old Studios. But Paperbark was the best game of 2018. You have nothing on that little wombat.
Well, I'm not. Stray Gods obviously highly reviewed, but I wouldn't put past Moving Out.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put past Gubbins either, to be completely honest. But you wouldn't know because you played it. So
yeah,
there you go. Boom. Yeah, so I might go. I'll see if I can get in, and then see if I can go. It's a $150 ticket if you want to go. So.
Do you pay it? Yeah, did you get fed? Do you reckon?
Yeah, you get fed. Yeah, the ticket includes.
So you definitely want to get it free.
I definitely want to get it for free. What am I talking about?
And then they'll be like, "Oh, do you have any dietary requirements?" You're like, "Fucking vegan,
bro.
Can't eat cheese.
I can't."
You're like, "Fuck." We messed up.
It's Australian Game Dev Awards. We got barbecue. We got hot dog, fucking shrimp and a barbie.
No, mate.
Bring a plate. Mate. That's how
mate, it's not hosted at. It's not hosted at fucking Bunnings. There's not a sausage sizzle for it.
How do you know?
You absolutely.
Well, it literally is being held at the forum.
Yeah, but how do you know there's not a? How do you know there's not a sausage sizzle?
A gold coin donation sausage sizzle, because there fucking won't be, mate.
Tell you what, PAX should have a sausage sizzle outside. PAX.
Fucking imagine the killing that would make. Imagine the killing.
It would. You know what? It'd be
because everyone would actually buy it from that, and all the
people. I was gonna say the fucking the
$6 chips get fucked. $1 for a sausage outside, mate.
You just see a bunch of cosplayers all fucking rocking like fucking 6 sausages in each hand, like just smashing them down. Like
no food in here. No, I'm cosplaying as
And then the sausage
Luffy.
sizzle.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
Luffy.
I'm cosplaying. I'm cosplaying as an OnlyFan. What?
I'm cosplaying as an OnlyFan. Yeah, because it's the only fan you could get, dickhead.
Oh shit. Good shit. It's good shit. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, now that we're in September, I'm sort of like, fuck. I mean, like it's because it's the first week of October. It's not a thing of like, it's not like we wait until it hits October. I'm like, oh, PAX is soon. It's like by the time we get to the end of September, I'm like, PAX is
next week.
PAX is next week. You know, like sort of. So like it's literally the first week of October. So it's not far now. Not far now at all. Crazy, hey. No, I will be there. I did have an article up to a couple of weeks ago in case people want to know about everything happening at the that week for Melbourne International Games Week. Because there was also the fuck, can I find it quickly? I can. There was also, because there's industry events and then there's public events. Where is it? There's also Cult of the Lamb Live, October 6th. That was the other thing that was sort of cool. So October 6th says Cult of the Lamb. I didn't cover this on show, did I? Did I?
No.
All right, so let me cover this now. So here are all the events happening at Melbourne International Games Week announced so far. So I'll skip the ones that are education and or industry and only talk about the public ones. So first one is ACMI Melbourne International 2023 program to September 30th. ACMI will be a central programming hub throughout Melbourne International Games Week, so unique live events and activations to experiences across the festival period, aka they'll be doing shit all week. Then you've got the AGDAs, which we just talked about, of course. Then you've got the Women and Non-Binary Gamers Club Stray Gods happening on October 4th, open to the public. ACMI's Women and Non-Binary Gamers Club is an online monthly meetup for women, gender non-conforming, trans and non-binary folks to get together and share their love of games in a safe space and exclusive environment.
Is it an online meetup or an actual?
I think they're doing it at the whatever the forum, ACMI, whatever. They're doing it in a place. Yeah. Not open for the public, but it's worth pointing out that for the first time this year, they're doing this Play Now Melbourne thing on October 5th. So one day only. It's going to be at the State Library. Some of the publishers are going to get a chance to check out a bunch of indie games. So that's going to be good for our industry and local Australian industry for people to check out and stuff like that. Free Play Parallels is happening, so that's open to public. That's October 5th. Parallels is a one-night only showcase of some of the most experimental, personal, and culturally significant work being made right now. For over 19 years, Free Play has been exploring the vital margins of games culture, uncovering emerging and exceptional makers from bedroom codes to artists, pushing the boundaries of art form. Join us as our speakers demonstrate and play their creations on stage while sharing their origin stories, creative inspirations, and professional journeys. That's really cool one. Obviously, over the past few years, I've never been, but you see the tweets and stuff of like big the head, people from fucking Wombat Club to fucking Goose Game talking there and whatever else. So then you got Cult of the Lamb Live October 6th. Cult of the Lamb Live projects Massive Monsters' award-winning Melbourne-made game onto the ACMI cinema screen with newly arranged live accompaniment by musicians from Orchestra Victoria, joined on stage by soundtrack designer, musician, and composer Riverboy. So that's really cool. One day only, October 6th. And then PAX, of course, is happening October 6th to the 8th. The AGDA's or ACMI Audience Award, October 6th. And then you've got a Mario Kart tournament happening on October 6th as well in Fed Square. 32 competitors. Get down. Smash it out. So
get down on it.
Yeah, but don't forget, because I think that it's very easy to forget, especially if you're mostly just in the like general gamer space, I guess. But like PAX is the end of what is Melbourne International Games Week. And I understand that like 70% of that, like Monday through to Friday, is like mostly more industry or like indie game stuff or whatever. But like it is a big week for our local industry, and then it's capped off with PAX. But a lot of the developers and the people showcasing their games, the reason they're fucking exhausted is because they are actually Monday to Sunday, like before PAX even starts, they've already been mingling and talking to people at these other events, and you know what I mean. Like we get there, and
They're
we're like, we're
burnt out.
fucking,
They're sick of people by that point.
we're like, we're fucking exhausted. 2 days of PAX, and these people are like, cool. We've been standing here at this booth for 16
I've been
hours.
running this demo for the 8 days straight.
Mhm. So
I watched the same people find that same bug.
Yeah, the same person. Make a joke about it. I ate a bug. Yeah, fuck you. I know. Fuck off, motherfucker. All right. Press start wrote the Lenovo Legion GO has officially been revealed along with an Australian price and release window. Lenovo writes Ciaran, Lenovo has finally lifted the lid on its heavily leaked foray into the world of handheld PC gaming with the Lenovo Legion GO, a portable powerhouse not unlike the recent release ASUS ROG Ally, also known as the ROG Deck. That was an editor's note, aka me. Or other competitors like Steam Deck. Neo, but with the pretty significant point of difference that it has Nintendo Switch style detachable motion controllers, as well as a big, beautiful display and some serious power under the hood. The Legion GO pairs a massive 8.8-inch QHD 16:10 Lenovo PureSight display with up to an AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor, AMD RNDA graphics for cutting-edge gaming on the go, and the detachable Legion True Strike controllers sport drift-free whole effect joysticks as well as integrated trackpad, large D-pad, and an angled mouse wheel and a total of 10 mappable shoulder buttons, triggers, and grip buttons. Oddly enough, they can also be used in what's called FPS mode, in which the right controller sits inside a tracking base and can be moved around on a desk like a mouse. The Legion GO will feature special Legion Space software that heavily integrates Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, but can also organize your other PC game launches and give easy access to settings and other features. You'll even be able to pair the Legion GO with Lenovo's new AR Legion glasses so that you can sit in bed and play your PC games on a virtual screen via a handheld device, which sounds and looks ridiculous, but could be quite convenient. So the Lenovo Legion GO is expected to launch in October, and the exact date has been communicated. It will cost, the price of the Lenovo Legion GO is expected to start at $13.99 AED, which is presumably for the 256 gigabyte storage model, and may not feature the top tier AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor. I'm happy with my ROG deck as well. I nothing.
Yeah, why are we even talking about this story? This is ROG territory. This is ROG turf.
This one screams.
I just feel like
this one screams, oh, the ROG already does lots of everything great. Let's just chuck a fuck ton of gimmicks at this one, and that's what's going to differentiate it from.
Let's cut off the controls.
Because I feel like I find this pocket of the industry that's sort of blown up in I guess the last 12 months, 12 to 18 months, just so interesting after the Steam Deck.
Yeah. The Steam Deck, obviously, the
Steam Deck's the catalyst.
The big catalyst, and everybody's kind of jumped in the market.
There's been three versions of the AO Neo.
Man, those controls. Weird.
It's so weird.
The thing that just threw me is the buttons on the back of the two sides?
The 10 shoulder buttons. Sounds insane.
No,
there's a video in this article, by the way, but it's been removed.
Yeah, like on the left, there's like a button like on one's up and one's down on top of each other. On the other side, the two buttons are next to each other. It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't they be the same on both hands?
I don't know.
And then the other one turns into a joystick mouse.
The other thing that's got me is, so I watched a video, I looked it up, and obviously there's some people, tech reviewers and stuff who have this thing, and someone lays it down. Like, people have been doing side by side comparisons this next to the ROG deck. This thing is fucking huge, and the ROG deck, when you see that in IRL, when people see me with that, they go, shit, that's big. What the fuck? Especially if you're used to seeing a Nintendo Switch. If people think the ROG deck looks big, this thing is fucking massive. It's a big chunky boy. So I don't know what the battery life is supposed to be on this motherfucker. If that's a complaint with the current, some of the current ones and stuff like that, the battery life is the main culprit. I personally also don't understand And look, I'm open to like if there's a market for these things because I do think that this new market of handheld
computers.
PCs or whatever we're calling them, it's cool. I like it. I like how technology's got here to this point because like obviously I'm a big fan of my ROG deck. Like I think it's fucking great. So I think it's a cool part where the industry's moved. Now the problem is we're now getting to a stage where people are just like coming up with things I would say just are fucking ridiculous. If you go look up how that joystick disconnects and turns into a quote unquote first person mode mouse, nah, dude.
No one has ever used a mouse that way.
It is the dumbest looking thing I think I've seen. And I just don't know what the motion controls are for either. Like it's like what are they for in a PC? Like what PC game are you playing where you need motion controls? I mean,
what they're doing is they're literally putting in every feature that's currently available anywhere into the one thing in case you need it.
It's very weird. Very, very weird. I mean, at this stage, I and look, Lenovo, if you're listening, I'll review one. Right? If you want to send me one,
we'll come with a name.
I'll review.
Go deck.
I'll come with fucking. We'll smash out the game.
We'll
get you the number. We'll get your. We'll get the number one Urban Dictionary name for your handheld. Don't worry. We got this.
Yeah.
We got this. Yeah, at this stage, I would say my impressions based solely on the PR pitch and video is I don't understand I don't understand what you've chosen feature wise, who that's for.
Look, this fits perfectly into the hey, I want an Asus ROG, mum. We've got an Asus ROG at home. Asus ROG at home, and it's this one. It's just this monstrosity, you know?
I mean, it's just
it's not as good.
I mean, if anyone's asked me, like, I've only got one of these things, but if it's like, which one should I get? It's like, well, obviously, you should get a ROG deck or a Steam Deck. I don't feel like there's a.
Yeah.
No.
Well, what the fucking. All right. Next up, last story, I think, for the week. Is that where we're up to? Fucking, yeah. There we go. Let's talk about something that me and Ash have fucking talked about a million times, but now let's bring it to another podcast. So, SAG-AFTRA National Board votes unanimously to send interactive media, video games, strike authorization vote to members. So, this is coming from their blog themselves. Yeah, their blog. SAG-AFTRA's national board has voted unanimously to send a strike authorization vote to SAG-AFTRA members in preparation of the union's forthcoming bargaining dates with signatory video game companies, which include Activision, Blindside, Disney Character Voices, Electronic Arts Productions, Epic Games, Forsma Interactive, Insomniac Games, Take-Two Productions, VoiceWorks Productions, Warner Brothers Inc. It has been nearly a year since SAG-AFTRA's video game contract. The interactive media agreement was extended beyond the original expiration date as we negotiated with the companies for critical terms SAG-AFTRA members needed. Unfortunately, throughout the negotiations, the companies have failed to address those needs. For this reason, the negotiating committee at National Board unanimously agreed that the union should have a member-approved strike authorization in hand when bargaining resumes on September 26th. Although the key issues like wages that keep up with inflation and protections against unrestrained use of artificial intelligence are common striking points in negotiations, the interactive media agreement is a separate contract from the TV, theatrical, and streaming contracts against which SAG-AFTRA members are currently striking. Quote, here we go again. Now interactive video game agreement is at stalemate 2. Once again, we are facing employer greed and disrespect. Once again, artificial intelligence is putting our members in jeopardy of reducing their opportunity to work. And once again, SAG-AFTRA is standing up for tyranny on behalf of its members, said SAG-AFTRA President Fran Drescher. Ash, we've been talking about SAG-AFTRA strikes on What Do You Want to Watch?
Strikes.
Explosion Network's movie and TV media podcast every fucking week for months now. Obviously, we're in full support of everything SAG-AFTRA has been doing over on that side. Now, we're turning our backs now that's in our video game world. Are we suddenly saying, nope, this is too much? You cannot go on strike in our video game world. What are we saying?
No, okay, then. Again, this is only step one. This is only step one, so they haven't complete, it's still got to go to the actual. Yeah, they've got to go to the actual like community as to whether they actually want to get to.
Do you want to do this? And if all the companies go, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Again, I feel like they're not asking for a hell of a lot. Like, obviously protections against AI, which I feel like is something that any human person is probably wanting to seek in contracts at the moment. What else they say? SAG-AFTRA is also seeking the same wage increases for video game performers as those who are under the work for film and TV contracts. 11% retroactive to expiration and 4% increases in the second and third years of an agreement. The union is also asking for on-camera performers to have the same 5 minutes per hour rest period that off-camera performers are entitled to. Also needed a set medic present when stunts or hazardous work is performed, just like on TV sets, prohibitions against stunts on self-taped auditions, and vocal stress protections. So, I mean, they're pretty, I can't see, major companies being upset about making those concessions. The interesting thing to me is what 3 names are incredibly missing from that list of video game companies that they include there.
Well, have they said that's all of them?
I don't know, but it's pretty interesting that there's 3 names that you're like, that's weird that they're not included. If they're like, if you were to like name the big video game companies, you're like, oh, those 3 names are missing. It's kind of weird. Maybe they've already agreed. Why wouldn't these other companies agree?
Well, I mean, there's lots straight away. I jump to like Naughty Dog because they do a lot of voice and work.
Well, I mean, Microsoft, PlayStation, and Nintendo. None of them are listed there. So
yeah, but Insomniacs is listed separately, and you know what I mean. Like it's per company. Like I
mean, it's a video game company. You would say it. Oh yeah, I didn't see Insomniac there. So.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like Insomniac's listed separately. Like I assume every company would have to agree on their own separate, not just like the overarching. The arm that holds.
It's
them.
also interesting because video games is still a very unionless industry. So for this one union to be kind of pushing, making demands, whether that like leads to something, I'm not sure.
Well, video game industry very unionless in most regards. Voice work, I guess, is one of the only places where because it's the closest to it's the closest to
actual,
which is acting and stuff. Yeah. So, but I mean, for people who haven't been paying any attention to, I guess, the movie and TV world, how this goes is so they're going to bring this. The increase in the wage, their terms and conditions, whatever. They bring this to other companies. They say, "Hey, this is what we want." Now, ideally, all of the companies go, "That's fair." Like
that's fair, actually, or they come in with
maybe a middle ground.
Willing to negotiate.
We're willing to negotiate. Now, what's happened in the movie and TV world is they've all said, "Get fucked, go fuck yourselves." Pretty much, like without
they've gone fuck you, and then when they said, "Hey, let's come back and negotiate," you go, "Man, that deal that we said like 6 weeks ago, that was a fantastic deal. You fucking take it."
Yeah, and they go,
"You should fucking take it and thank us for it."
Let the door hit you on the way out. Fuck you, piece of shit. We don't need you. We got AI. Fuck you, fucking shitty actors. And that's why they've been striking for so long because they're not only are they not willing to agree to the asking points, they're not even willing to sit down and negotiate. They're just like, this, maybe a little bit more money. The rest of it, go fuck yourself. So how this could turn into a video game strike in our voice world is if all these companies do something similar to that. So is how that would work. Would that affect the video game industry? Obviously it would.
Yeah, we'd get a bunch of visual novels with no dialogue.
No voiceover, yeah.
Yeah. No voiceovers for any games. Zelda would be fine.
Zelda. We're fine. What do you reckon, Ciaran? As someone who doesn't obviously pay too much attention to
or Link, sorry.
The SAG-AFTRA stuff happening in the movie and TV world, but
I think the thing is, I'm think the sad thing, not even the sad thing, I think is like for fucking regular old Joe Blow like me, how long does a strike have to go before it affects me or the general public even sees an effect of what's going on here, you know? Because so much of this stuff is done so far in advance. It's going to take, at least for video games, it's going to take a couple years potentially for the effects of a strike to really kind of become prevalent and to
I mean, the ripple effects you might not even feel for a very long time, you know?
Like I just don't. I don't know how.
Do they have anything left of, like, let's say they literally next week they needed to do a strike. Do they have any last minute voice work they need to record for Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Nah, done. It's too late.
It's like, no, we'll just have to reuse that same grunt.
Yep.
And then they'll get upset that we use the same grunt twice.
Were they planning to do DLC and start working development on DLC for Spider-Man straight after going gold? Maybe they are. Nah, too bad. You know, like,
that's fair.
Yeah.
It's just one of those
things. Games like live service games like Apex, that would be something that would be hit pretty hard. Like,
they'll get hit massively. Epic Games would hit massively with Fortnite.
Yeah. I just think
they don't have a lot of voice acting, but it's still a little bit, and they still got the people doing the fucking.
No, they just reuse. They just take actual voice work from previous stuff, licensed lines.
That's the only thing I would be curious about. Would be where the effects would be shown. Like, but do whatever they have to do. But I just hope maybe just because the video games, like umbrella, maybe because it's a lot newer, the developers will just be a lot more accepting than
it would affect. It would slow down and affect the development of some games. It wouldn't hurt the industry release schedule as much as it has movies and TV, solely because movies and TVs, especially movies, they've started delaying stuff because they need their stars to be able to promote the stuff, whereas seeing stars promote games isn't as much as it's like, you just need a hype trailer, man. Like we don't
didn't work for Rocco City.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. You don't need Yuri Lowenthal out there promoting Spider-Man to get the game.
You don't need.
No, but it helps.
It would be nice.
But it's not part of what games built up its marketing.
Yeah.
Like games marketing is just built on trailers, and they can just put out trailers. It's fine.
I'm also glad they make no mention of royalties, because I don't think that's something they would get. That's not a route they want to go down.
Go back to that fucking Bayonetta shit. Fucking.
Yeah.
Yay. Mario over here. What if he's like, every time this new voice actor says, it's a me, I need it's a $2.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you guys watch the Mario Wonder?
I did. I didn't bring it up
Showcase?
because I didn't know who the fuck he would watch it. I knew Ciaran would watch it.
It was wild. It's just wild in general, you know?
It was so good.
We joked about it being an LCD trip.
It is an LCD trip.
It is an LCD trip.
So good. Here's my rundown for this. So this is my favorite part. This game looks so good, by the way. I'm very excited for this game. My favorite part of this Wonder game is there's a point in this 15-minute direct where they're like, hey, you can play as Yoshi. And like Yoshi is like so fucking strong that if you're a Yoshi and someone else is playing as Yoshi, you can be a Yoshi riding on a Yoshi. And if you fucking wondered if you're an elephant form in this game, if you can still ride a Yoshi, Yoshi's fucking back as strong as fuck. Yes, you can still ride Yoshi.
Also, Yoshi doesn't take any damage.
Yeah, and Yoshi doesn't take any damage, and Yoshi doesn't take any shit. That's right. And they're like, what happens when you touch these fucked up flowers? You're on a drug trip, man. You go on a drug trip.
The world goes
you enter
crazy.
a bonus fucking level. Sometimes you turn into other characters. Sometimes it turns to a top-down shooter. And then you come back and finish the rest of the fucking normal level, man. That's the game you're playing now. It's crazy. Looks so good.
Oh my God.
You should watch it. I'm so hyped. Can't wait for it. When's it come out? PAX time. Fuckers.
Like the week after.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
No, I think it's the 29th, actually.
Is it? Okay, that's fine. I remember fucking when they put out Mario Odyssey at fucking PAX a couple of years ago, 2017, whatever year that was. Motherfuckers. I did like
20th it comes out. So
these people that when they make their release dates, they really need to. Oh, I can't release a game there. PAX West is happening. Oh, I can't release a game there. PAX Australia. We have one fucking PAX. Like it's just like 3 days. Just fucking work around it. Jesus Christ. Think about the rest of the world, you fuck. Anyway, there's no any comments.
I don't think there's anything big PAX week.
That's all right then. I'll have it because they delayed Assassin's. They pushed forward Assassin's Creed. So now it's out of PAX time.
Yeah.
A week before now, so it's fine. Let's know any comments, questions, concerns you've had about anything we discussed this week on the show, of course. ExplosionNetwork.com/Twitter takes you to our X page. And if you want to support the show, ExplosionNetwork.com/support takes you to our Ko-fi page. And if you thought the show is worth as little as $1 or would like to buy your way onto our PAX podcast for $500, you can do that all over at those places. ExplosionNetwork.com/support. And until next week, same time, same couch. See,
No,
it's
they
based,
did push.
cowboy.
They did push Assassin's Creed to the 5th.
It's pushed
5th of
backwards.
October.
It
No, they
was
pushed it
originally
forward.
released. No, backwards in time. Ash, it was originally releasing on like the 10th or 12th or whatever.
Okay,
So
so they
now
pushed
they
it
push
forward
it
to next.
forward. No, they push it back. Ash, look,
Oh
if you
my
look at a
God.
calendar and you push a release date from like the 10th to the 5th, is the release date going forward or backwards?
Yeah, but it's not going that forward. It's still PAX week.
It's going
It's
backwards.
forward as in forward means coming closer to us.
They pushed it.
Yeah. They push it
If
forward.
you pushed it back,
You're bringing
you
it
push it
forward.
back further into the
Because
year.
you're bringing it towards us, not away from us. It's
Okay, I
towards
think
us.
it depends on if you're talking about in perspective. Am I standing at Boat Builder's Yard and is this game coming towards me or further away from me? And the answer is,
Towards.
I already have it. It came out the week before.
No, it's coming out on the 5th.
It's coming out the week of, like 2 days before.
Oh shit! All right, my again, I'm at Boat Builder's Yard.
I mean, we all know what we're going to be doing at, Boat Builders. We're going to be playing
Assassin's
Detective Pikachu Returns, which releases.
Goddamn right.
Damn.
My coffee, boy.
Creed.
Get my coffee. Every time he says coffee, we take a shot.
Buy me a drink, you sick fucks.
Oh my god.